Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday.
Woo!
Woo!
Gosh, it's all the things we watched in the past 3 weeks.
Yes, I have some
not
takes.
much, to be honest.
I have some takes.
Oh.
I'll start off with the ones I don't have takes about. I watched the Paris and Nicole encore, which I loved. I thought it was so cute and
cute.
fun and
I watched
harmless.
that. I feel like you're gonna name things and I'll be like, oh, I can't remember what I watched 3 weeks ago.
No, it was cute and fun and harmless. And
It was
Nicole
cute.
Richie is hilarious. Wow, she carried that show. Let me
is
tell
so
you,
funny.
Paris Hilton brought nothing to that show. Nicole Richie brought everything.
Nicole is really a comedic talent.
She really is, and I feel like Nicole, in her mind, she's like, I got nothing to lose. Whereas Paris has built this whole brand upon herself, so she's like less, loosey goosey. But Paris and Nicole Richie's hilarious. I'll give that a B-.
Yeah,
I thought it was enjoyable for what it was. Nothing crazy, but enjoyable. I watched Saturday Night, the movie. I watched
about
that.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, about Saturday Night Live. It was okay, I thought it was good, a good, fine watch. Like nothing to write home about. Like
A movie.
It was a movie.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll give it a C.
Yep. Straight down.
Straight. It was
Average.
That's how I'd rate it. It was a
Yeah.
C to me.
Yep.
I'm like, I enjoyed my time, but probably never watch it again. I watched The Night Before. I've never seen that Christmas movie.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, I like that movie.
The ending?
Yeah.
I was totally surprised by it. I don't want to spoil it, but Miley Cyrus? I mean,
No, I know.
I've
what are
the real? I get that's like one of a top Christmas movie for,
it's a good
for
one.
me now.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but it is good.
In the scheme of Christmas movies,
Yeah.
I'm giving that an A.
Yeah.
Like in
So
the
fair.
it's a great movie. I
Yeah.
had a great time watching it. So The Night Before, that gets an A for me in the scheme of Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Which I guess maybe I should just rate it like it's a regular movie, but whatever. A Real Pain with Kieran Culkin, Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, I'm jealous. I want to see it.
Good movie.
Can you stream it?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's on.
on
Oh, it's
Prime.
you have to buy it.
You have to buy it.
No, I mean, I'll
Or
buy it.
rent it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
movie.
I wanna watch it.
You
Maybe
know
I'll
what I
watch
mean?
that
Like
tonight.
what I appreciated, I think we talked about this, or Noah and I talked about it.
We didn't talk about him winning.
Yeah, Kieran won
Oh,
for
how funny
A Real
was that?
Pain.
They
And it's
beat
so
Jeremy
funny.
Strong.
Jeremy Strong looked like he was so pissed.
He looked like he was pissed.
I mean, I think, granted, you just look like an idiot no matter what when you're in that outfit.
yeah, it was a
so,
horrendous outfit.
The eldest son.
But it was major eldest son vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is great.
The subtle, what's the word I'm looking for? Subtlety? Is that the
Yeah.
word? The subtlety of this film is what I really enjoyed. Little moments in which it felt like the dialogue was really real, Like
Yeah.
it wasn't overacted. Like
Yeah.
it was just like felt like
It was interesting because watched
Appreciate Jesse Eisenberg's work.
yes.
I watched a lot of interviews because he directed and wrote it. But that he would like try to direct Kieran Culkin before a scene, and Kieran Culkin would be like, "Let me just like do the scene." Like I don't like he would just do it, and then it would be better than what Jesse Eisenberg like thought.
I've seen a lot of interviews of the two of them, and it is funny because like what Jesse's saying is like positive about him, but then also sounds like that Kieran is
It sounds like
maybe like not your typical actor.
it
you
sounds
know?
like they're the characters that they played like in
Right,
real life.
right,
That's
right.
like that dynamic is how it is in real life.
Yeah. I enjoyed my time watching it. I would give it, I'm torn between a B and a B plus because
both are good.
at some points I did find it to be a little bit boring. But I also found it interesting as well. I loved the story behind it. So I'll give it a B.
Okay.
That feels like more like my true rating.
That's how you truly feel.
Yes. Now, okay, we'll go into Squid Games because I have like 3 like trivia type shows to talk about. But Squid Game, watched season 2. I thought season 1 was so much better than season 2. Like I don't even think it's close.
Yes.
And so I'll give Squid Game a C.
Yeah.
It is tough because it's just a giant setup.
Yeah. I'll give Squid Game a C. Like the middle, like I like when they're in the game more.
Yeah.
So the first 2 episodes were a little slow for me. Then they get into the game. I appreciate the game, but I didn't even think it was close to season 1. So I'll give that a C. Then we entered the trivia portion of my watching. Fast Friends with Whitney Cummings on Max. It's a game show about friends.
About friends.
Yeah. One of the worst shows I've ever seen. Really bad. Like really, really bad.
How do you mess up a trivia show?
It's just like it's just doing too much. Where if it was like if it was just like a Friends trivia show, I think I would enjoy it more. But like all the little like tidbits and things in it, I think are making it super cheesy.
Yeah.
Where it could have just been like a game. If it was a game show about friends and we take it seriously, like Jeopardy, then I think I would like it more. But because it's so like cheesy and whatever, it takes it away from me. I told Matt that I didn't know whether I was turned on or turned off by how fast he knew the answers to these questions. Like genuinely faster than the people on the show.
Damn.
Impressively.
He'd be so good with us answering our friends.
No, he really was.
And
We
be
should
rooting
just
for him.
phone a friend to just be him because he knew these incredibly fast. Like I was like, what the hell is going on? Like why? Like we watch Friends together. I don't know these answers, and you know them impossibly fast. Really just an awful show in my opinion. I like if I'm being blunt, like I really think it's one of the worst things I've ever watched. So I'll give it a D. You know, just be nice. I'll give it a D. Because it's like one of those that you watch it, you're like, I can't look away because it's so bad. Yeah. But I never returned for the second episode or anything like that, just the first episode. Pop Culture Jeopardy with Colin Jost. Love. Because
a little iffy on it.
Well, for me, regular Jeopardy is not my forte. Yeah. I feel like a dumbass when I watch regular Jeopardy.
Yeah, most people do.
Watching Pop Culture Jeopardy, I feel like
we're top of the top.
Genius.
Yeah.
I know I'm like, oh my God. I'd be going all the way to the quarterfinals, all the way to the end on this show. I'm a big fan of this. I know people had opposite reaction. I'm a big fan of pop culture.
What don't people like?
I don't know.
They don't like Colin?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't love Colin. I feel like Colin like makes a lot of like, I feel like Colin doesn't know why Colin's there. Like I like there's some moments where I'm like, not that it needs to be like taken so seriously, but maybe it is because, you know, we are in the pop culture world that I also find I don't love the three person team setup. Like you can play that as an individual person, I think. And I think sometimes like it might even just be a visual thing to me. Like it's congested. Like maybe it's just because I also watch a lot of Jeopardy. Like Joe watches every fucking episode of Jeopardy. So like we watch a lot of Jeopardy. But I feel like they're like, oh, it's silly because it's pop culture, so we'll do 3 people a team instead of it can't like one person gets to like be their own person and do pop culture Jeopardy because we have no problem answering the questions at home as one person. But no, I do like Colin a lot, like as I like him as a person. But there's just some moments on the show where I'm like, I feel like he's making a joke about the show. Like not, and I'm like, come on, we're having fun.
Yeah, I guess I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
I've quite enjoyed my time watching it.
I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
Also from the standpoint of like, it is fun because I feel like the answers, I'm like, oh, I know that.
Yeah. I like the categories. I think the categories are fun.
Are good.
I've enjoyed my time. I'll give it an A-.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe it's just because I was like doing nothing.
Right.
And so I just like enjoyed watching it. Like I can't tell if I really love this show.
Yeah.
Or if I just really had nothing going on. You know? It's like it could be either or. But
I also have not watched like all
my
of
genuine
them.
reaction was like, I fucking love this.
I think I've watched like 4.
Oh, like we had friends come over the Saturday before Christmas and they slept over and we watched all 10 episodes that were out together.
Yeah.
And like we didn't go to sleep till 2 a.m. Like we were having a blast. So I'm going to go with my genuine reaction was that I fucking love this show.
Maybe it's more meant as like you're having fun watching it as like a group activity too.
Yes.
Like I've just been watching it by myself.
Honestly, a lot of the episodes I've watched with group. Like I watched those 10.
That's always more fun because then it's like you're really playing a trivia game.
Right. I've watched both with separate groups.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelly was screaming. Like this was a separate group because we were watching with other friends the Saturday before. And then this past Friday we were watching episodes. And Kelly Keegs was screaming at the TV the answers and was so wrong a lot of the time. Like first of all, let's just call it how it is. Like there, you know, people had edibles, they had wine. It was, you know, whatever. You know,
no one was functioning at 100%.
No, nobody was functioning at 100%. And especially Kelly, who would yell it was funny. It was hilarious. Like we were, and Kelly then started laughing too because she would yell an answer at the TV and it would be like,
but she was like so convinced.
She was so, and it would be like the answer that was in the question. Like the show title would be in the question and she would yell the name of the show and we'd be like, Kelly, that's in the question. She'd be like, that's the answer. Like it was just it was just funny. Like I had to be there, you know? But it was, it's a good time watching with people. I think I enjoyed myself there. Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Hosted by Travis Kelce. No.
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 Nope.
No. Better than Fast Friends.
Sorry, Trav.
But
better than one of the worst things you've ever seen.
Yeah. No, for me, it wasn't anything having to do with Travis Kelce. It was the dynamic of the show. What was funny about Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader was that, like, are you smarter than a fifth grader? Like, is this grown person going to be smarter than these fifth graders? Are these fifth graders going to know the answers better than this adult?
Yeah.
Celebrities, no, like, everyone's the same age here.
Right.
And
you're not 10 years old.
No, like all the celebrities,
full-blown grown human being.
Right, full-blown adults who are smart.
Right.
And
are we supposed to assume that the celebrities are dumb? Like, is that the premise?
No, that wasn't even part of it either. So it was like,
wait, I don't think I really fully understand the concept of the show.
Honestly, I don't think I do either, because I was watching going, what is the point of this? Because
is it celebrities competing against each other, or is it a celebrity against regular people?
The like there's like 6 or 5 celebrities that sit at their desk, and there's one person up there that's like, and then they get the help of the celebrities. Like I think
that's a regular person.
I think the structure of it's just off, because I was like, what am I, like, none of this makes sense to me. Like I you know what I mean? Like they're getting the help from the celebrities, and the celebrities know the answer, and then it's like a whole thing, and it's like they gotta win in the end. I don't know. Like a lot of chit chatting in between, you know, like it's nice. Here's my issue, and this is gonna sound rude. When it comes to a game show, I'm really there to just watch the game.
Yeah. You don't want all the small talk in between.
I don't really care.
Well, I fast forward we record Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And when it comes back from the first commercial break and all the contestants do their little fun facts, fast forward.
Yep. That's
time.
Exactly what we did for Pop Culture Jeopardy. It was Matt's job. Boom, hand him the remote. Boom, boom. Fast forward. Like, happy for you.
No, that's so nice. But a lot of the times I just want to play the game, and I don't care about like the spelling bee you won almost in like 4th grade.
Right.
And
And you know what? For somebody who like speaks on a podcast about these random stories about their life, you know, I sound like a hypocrite being like, I don't care.
So
but people
fine.
are choosing to listen, you know, and you could fast forward you know.
Yep.
But I'm not choosing to listen to that.
We're also not a game show.
Right. I'm not choosing. We are a podcast, right?
Yeah. We have a game show segment. If you want to just fast forward through us talking and do the game show, you can.
You're right. You're so right. I'm fast forward through it. So like there's a lot of in between chit chat on Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
Yeah.
And I also am just like, once again, it goes back to the Pop Culture Jeopardy. I'm like, I'm loving the pop culture questions. I don't really have an interest in like,
it's just more in
what
our
equals
it's
pie.
more in our wheelhouse.
You know what I mean? Like I'm done with school.
Yeah.
Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader was fun when it came out because I was in school. I was in middle school.
Right.
And it was like fun to like watch with my parents and like me know the answer and my parents not know the answer.
Right,
like that was the thrill of it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I know the answers to this. I don't. I'm not testing my knowledge at that. I don't plan on going back to school. Like I'm over that. So yeah, well, that's everything I watched. I watched Southern Charm. Sorry, I forgot that.
Yes.
I'll give Southern Charm.
I haven't watched a new episode because there's a break.
I give Southern Charm. I don't know. I'm not loving it.
That's fine.
Like C.
Yeah.
That's what I'm giving Southern Charm right now.
What was I gonna say? I feel like there are like housewife shows that I have tried, that I've been watching, that I honestly cannot fully grade to a respectable degree right now because I watched them 3 weeks ago and they have been on like, because the way the holidays fell, there hasn't been like new episodes of some of them. I did catch up on The Challenge, but I still think I'm an episode behind because I think there was a new one on this week or last week.
Mm-hmm.
But this has felt like a really long season. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it's felt like a really long season. But we're basically right at like, I think, the final is around the corner, or maybe it happened last week and I missed it still. But I believe that's where they were headed. But I've enjoyed the challenge. I'll give it a B-. Squid Game season 2. Yeah, it just felt like it felt incomplete to me, where it was like it had so much potential if it maybe had 3 more episodes. Like, it was only 7 episodes. And it was such a setup season because I know, like, the 3rd season is coming out, like, relatively faster. And so I'm guessing, like season 2 and season 3 are more... Like, it really could have been, like, 2A and 2B.
Mm-hmm. Did you see reports that Leonardo DiCaprio is, like, confirmed to be in season 3?
What?
Yeah, I saw that. And like then the director had said that like that we're gonna be A-list celebrities in season 3.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio is gonna be in season 3
I saw that and
of Squid Game. That feels like a fake headline.
I don't really believe it, but like it was like posted by like I think like a pretty credible like account.
That feels like a fake headline.
And I had to do a double take, but yeah, like why Yahoo? I'm just like searching.
Are you seeing it?
There's rumors about it.
What would he be in?
Like maybe like one of the people, the crazy people who bet money on it. I don't know.
Here's a Forbes article. Netflix denies American A-list cameo in Squid Game season 3. For a brief moment, there was a report from Korea's Osen claiming inside knowledge that a specific A-list star would be heading to Squid Game season 3 for a cameo role. The star was none other than Leonardo DiCaprio, about as A-list as you can get. However, Netflix came out to shut this down almost as soon as it started to spread, calling it entirely unfounded.
Damn it.
Okay, well, that was a roller coaster because
maybe they're still lying.
For a second, I really thought Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be in Squid Game, and then that lasted about 20 seconds, so now I don't.
Hey,
right.
You never know.
Honestly, I even think that that's just like a bad idea. Like that would be so disorienting.
Yeah.
And would really, but no, I just think like it does feel like this was a part 1 type situation because I just kept getting frustrated while they were in the game because I just really wanted to know what the boss's like motives were being in the game and like competing so hard, and like I get it now, like and then it just ended and I'm like,
the TikToks and memes of him,
but it's like the whole time I'm just like, what is this guy doing? I'm like, obviously it's like he's on the inside, but I'm like, get to the motive. Like I want to see him back to being the bad guy and like why he's doing this, and then it's just a cliffhanger. I feel like the creator of the show has said that they never thought it would go past a season 1, so they kind of had to scramble, put their brains together for ideas for a season 2, season 3. So at this point, I feel like season 2 and season 3 is just going to be basically the concepts like one season. If that it's just in terms of storytelling. They hit it was so abrupt, and every time there was like one moment that really mattered at the end between the police brother of the bad guy, and they're on like, I'm like, every time they show them on this fucking boat and they're looking and they fail, and I'm like, how many times are they just gonna it just felt a little repetitive in the middle of the season. And then finally towards the end it was like, oh, whatever, the captain's in on it, something that everybody's in on it. Everybody knows what's going on. But
did you get confused while watching this that you were watching the reality show? Because there were moments where I had to remind myself that I wasn't watting the reality show Squid Game, and I was watching the actual show Squid Game.
Every time they showed the like colorful staircase, that's when I was like getting thrown off.
And then when I was talking about last season, like I would start, like I would like almost reference the reality show. I'd be like, wait,
nope.
That's what happened on the reality show, not the first season.
What happened? Not what happened in the actual show. Yeah. I still find it to be very interesting, and the whole premise is fascinating, and obviously just like the ideas of the lengths people will go for money and greed and all those. I
had to look up
the really
currency.
Dark.
Yeah, I had to look up the currency because they kept talking about millions and billions, and I'm like, I guess I didn't it didn't hit me the first season, but it was hitting me more this season because of all the back and forth.
Yeah,
of, like, what they should do.
Season 1, 4, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, why aren't they taking? And then
billion.
I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really. It's not equal at all. It's
No,
not close.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, it's obviously still a very good show.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is so well acted, but I just felt like the pacing was not as good as the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the first season was just spectacular. It's
was.
really hard to.
It's also, you're not going to have that shock value.
Yeah, exactly. It's just really hard to kind of remake that like do more seasons of a show like that. That really, at the end of the day, was intended to be one season. You know, so I'll give it a B- as well. That's like kind of, I've been catching up on Abbott Elementary because they're doing a crossover with It's Always Sunny this week, and I realized that I hadn't started the newer this season that it's on right now. I hadn't started, so that was like throwing that on late at night. I love that show. It's a B+.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute. And there was I catch myself like actually laughing out loud a lot of the times. And then I'm like, but and I always space on all like I know I like call them by their like teacher names. But Miss Shementi is they all get class pets, and she gets the guinea pig. She ends up like wanting to steal the guinea pig. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I love that show.
Classic hijinks.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I'm excited for the crossover. I think that's gonna be very funny. And I'm like movies.
I'm assuming you watched Shrinking, the finale.
No.
You didn't?
Nope.
Wow.
Haven't watched the finale. There's certain things like I just really was not watching a lot of TV. Joe was adamant about watching Squid Game. That was like the only thing we watched. Other than that, like when we were in Florida, we were I read a couple books. And
it's a good beach time.
Yeah, exactly. And then like around Christmas time, we did Christmas movies and did a Holdovers rewatch. Fucking, this is such a great movie. Ugh, God, such a great movie. And I watched Juror number 2.
Oh.
It was good.
That's it.
I don't really have too much, like, I wasn't blown away.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, totally. Like good movie.
Yeah.
But was not like, whoa. I love Nicholas Hoult.
He's really having a big year.
He is. And one of my favorite things every time people talk about Nicholas Hoult, I was doing it to my family, like after we were watching Juror number 2, was talk about how he and Jennifer Lawrence dated for so long, and people are like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that." I'm like, "Yep."
So true.
Yep. I was a big fan of that relationship when that was a thing. But no, I thought it was good. It was interesting premise. I'm not really one, and I know I get it. I understand like an ending like that where you can obviously kind of put the pieces together of what's happening.
I like that. I like this type of endings. Sopranos ending.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a big. In my mind, it wasn't like a big mystery. I'm like, she's gone. You kind of.
Yeah.
Unless the wild card is you really think she didn't.
Yeah.
Whatever, but yeah, I'll give it a. What'll I give it? I'll give it a B. Well acted, good premise, but not like shockingly great for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's got to be everything I did.
Okay. I have a bunch of stuff I'll try to go through quickly for you. I watched
for the sake of everyone. Really, this is a long ass episode.
Heretic, is that how you say it?
Heretic.
Heretic. Okay. B.
I think.
I've heard people say it differently. I don't know. B. Like it wasn't. I didn't love the movie, but Hugh Grant gave a great performance. Yeah. It's like creepy, very creepy.
Does he play like a murderer, or it's like a?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah. All I know is I saw a TikTok interview of him where I was like, God, I love this man because he cracks me up. The interviewer on the carpet was like, this role for you, it's like a dark role. Do you struggle? Taking the taking the character home with you or anything. And he's like, oh yeah. Just before I got here, I killed 3 people.
Do you know what his middle name is?
No.
Mungo.
Oh yeah,
I did not know that.
Hugh Mungo Grant.
Or is this a joke?
No, it's not. I'm not playing a joke on you. His actual
why?
His actual middle name is
Hugh John Mungo Grant. Is his full name.
Oh, okay.
But still, that's
still
ridiculous.
having Mungo.
No,
in there is
100%,
insane.
100%.
Like, why did they put Mungo in there?
It had to be for a joke. Be like, how funny would
his
this
parents
be?
were like, we're gonna throw Mungo in there, and his name's gonna be Hugh Mungo
Hugh
Grant.
John Mungo Grant.
I might. What else? What other words would be funny like that to give your kid first and middle name that are like connected? Gigantic.
Hugh Grant jokes unkind parents are to blame for his unusual middle name.
Seriously though.
Yeah.
That's a cruel joke.
Seriously.
You thought I was like pulling like
no,
a,
I literally
like a
thought I
dad
was
joke?
like I thought like yes. For a second I thought you saw a dad joke and it was just to make me say humongo out loud.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's his middle name.
But yeah, I think the movie had like it was more like a deeper meaning than just the creepiness of it all.
Yeah.
But I didn't love it, so yeah, I'll give it a B. I watched Subservience, the new Megan Fox movie on Netflix. Horrible. And I knew it was horrible going in.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Megan Fox movie, so I was gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a D. Like,
okay.
She
Sorry,
plays like an AI robot that like basically is obsessed with the husband while his wife is sick.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
then
isn't it that really hot guy? Who's the other guy in it that was in the other Netflix show that everybody freaked out about him?
The Italian guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
They're just like, hey, we'll
Chris?
put
The one that everybody like wanted to set up with Khloe Kardashian
name's
that
Chris
time,
something,
remember?
right?
they were just like, we'll put 2 hot people in this and people will watch, which I think is probably true. Doesn't save the movie.
Subservience. His
Michael
name,
Marone.
Michael Marone. Oh,
Michelle
yeah,
Marone?
yeah. Michele.
McKelly.
Where did I get Chris from?
Michele.
That guy's name is not Chris.
Yeah, he's not Chris. This is an Italian. This is an Italian
I
stallion
don't know
right
why
here.
I said Chris.
Yeah, Shrinking 11 and 12, episodes 11 and 12. I'll give it B+. Like, I saw people, I was preparing myself. People online were like, you're going to be sobbing at these last couple episodes.
Did I watch it?
No, you guys
tell
thought the
me.
finale was like
No, I was so
9.
wrong. I thought the finale was episode 10. I thought it was 10, and then there was 11, and then there was 12.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
like,
There's
this
two
is definitely not a finale.
Wait, spoiler, did it end with him going to Brett Goldstein's character on the train?
Yes.
And but that was 12.
That was 12.
And he takes, but then he,
Yeah.
okay, I did watch that one.
So you watched the finale.
I did watch the finale. I watched it, but once again, like it was 3 weeks ago. It's
Right.
not Lifetime.
Right.
It was
It's a
last
blur.
year.
It's a blur. It was last year.
Yeah.
How can you blame her?
Yeah.
Is there another season? Or no, this is it? I don't even know.
I don't.
But okay, I
would
feel like this
think.
should be it. I don't think there should be another season. They've like wrapped everything up nicely in my mind.
I know. And every time I watch Harrison Ford's character, I just think, God, if they just keep making more seasons, like
He's gonna be like.
it's just gonna
They're
it's
gonna
gonna be
kill him
worse.
off.
Yeah, exactly. So
I started to think like, did they write this in? Like, does he have this in real life? I don't know. Like,
no, I don't believe
I
so.
don't think so. He was there last night. Looked fine.
I did watch it. Oh, I thought yes. Okay. Yep. I'll see, episode 12. Mark me down as a B+ as
Yeah,
well.
I thought it was B+, like just solid. Like, I can't keep saying it's corny because like that's just what the show is. There are moments where I'm like, oh my god.
I like that Gabby's guy came back.
Yeah.
That made me happy.
I like it. There's a lot of moments where I know exactly what's gonna. It's just very predictable
Yeah.
at times, but
But
that's
it's
what
sweet.
it is.
Like
yeah.
Liz getting to be the getting
Yeah,
the nanny
yeah.
for that. I was, it's all coming back to me now.
And it's all coming
Yeah.
back.
So that I watched Gladiator 2, C+. Like it's kind of exactly what I expected. Basically, the first Gladiator, but just not nearly as good, and like so many callbacks. And like honestly, Denzel like was great. He's always great, but people were acting like he was was Denzel.
Right.
That's all he just played
Denzel's being
himself.
Denzel. Yeah.
Squid Game, I'll give it B+. Like I still like think it's not as good as the first season, but it's better than most TV I watch. And I was like locked in, and I binged it all in like one day. I watched A Complete Unknown, the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan movie. I've seen mixed reviews about this. I personally I'm a big Bob Dylan fan. I've always liked his music, so this movie's just right up my alley. So it's an A in my book. I think Timothy Chalamet should win the Oscar, like no questions.
Yeah.
I haven't seen every movie. I thought he was incredible. Like he's the best part of the movie. I could see why some people might say it's boring at times, or like
Yeah.
it's not like the deepest story, but I thought himself, like he maybe bumped it from an A- to an A, like in my book.
Wow.
Maybe a B+ to an A, like that's how good he was.
Wow.
Dang.
Timothy.
Yeah.
A good
Heyo.
writing for Timothy right
Yeah.
there.
I watched this movie called I Like Movies, which is
Perfect.
a new
Another one
movie.
right up your alley.
Yeah, a new movie.
Just describes you.
And it's basically about this kid who works at it kind of seems like it's about Quentin Tarantino. It has nothing to do with him, but it's like a kid who works at a video shop. He's a kind of a weird outcast kid, and he's obsessed with movies, and that's the whole movie. And it has 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Of course it does. It's a movie about movies.
Yeah.
And he's selling, like, it sounds
Yeah.
like Noah's selling his own movie.
That's an
No.
inside job. That's
It
an
was
inside
very
job
good,
review right there.
And then
Right.
it gets like really deep at times. I mean, this kid has like issues. I'll give it a B+. Like I thought it was good. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of cool like movie references that they do throughout the movie, just like subtle movie references. I'd recommend it. I watched Saturday Night, C+. I thought
Yeah.
just it
A
seemed
movie.
like it was trying to be Aaron Sorkin-y and like very quick and just like a lot of high pressure. But I don't know. I didn't really like believe the performances.
I'm with you, Lorne Michaels.
Lauren Michaels' character, I'm like, it seems like a kid.
I totally agree with you. Like, he wasn't selling it for me. I
Yeah.
thought Chevy Chase, whoever,
Yeah, there were
the guy
some
who
people
played
like Dan
Chevy
Aykroyd
Chase,
and,
yeah.
like-
Oh, Dylan O'Brien, I thought did great.
Yeah.
As Dan Aykroyd.
There were some people who were good. Lauren Michaels' character kind of ruined it for me. I don't know.
I'm with you. I think he is what took me out of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know enough about Lauren Michaels in that stage of
Mm-hmm.
his life to know if this is like how he sounded and acted, but it just was weird to me. I watched this new Michael. I'm getting close, by the way.
No,
So
you're-
finishing.
yeah.
Goodrich. It's Michael Keaton and Mila Kunis. Came out this year.
Hmm.
I actually never had heard of it like promoted or anything, and I saw it on Prime and watched it, and I loved it. Like Michael Keaton basically is this like absentee dad because he's always working, and then his wife like just goes to rehab without telling anyone, so now he needs to take care of like these kids, and Mila Kunis is an older daughter from his first marriage, and then like it's just about him becoming like the dad that he never was. But I thought it was awesome. Michael Keaton's always good. That's an A- for me.
Wow.
Um,
It's a good score from you.
yeah, and I watched the Avicii documentary.
Oh, I
Avicii,
want to watch that.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
forgot.
know. I want to watch it
Avicii,
too.
I'm Tim. It's
I've
called.
like I've only all my friends have only
Yeah.
said they're like cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, I don't really know much about Avicii because I like am not in the EDM world at all. I don't
Yeah.
like that type of music. Avicii has a couple songs that I like because they're that good, but I don't like know much about him. So honestly, I didn't even know how he died. Like I knew he died, but I didn't know like how. I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
like an
Yeah.
overdose. Very sad, obviously.
Really sad.
Like the first half is interesting to see him like come up and like how he became how big he was, but I mean, obviously, it's
Right.
just really sad.
It's a sad
Like,
story.
Half of the thing is just really, really sad.
Some of the most fun nights I've had in my life were at Avicii
Avicii,
concerts.
Yeah, I went to a wedding last year where the "Walk Down the Aisle" song was, or "Walk Out" was Levels. Like when they walked out of.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope it was walking out.
No, it
but-
was. It wasn't like it was like Levels, but done in like a.
no, like
wedding
yeah,
type of
yeah,
way.
yes, yes.
It might have been the "Walk Down." I don't know. It was probably when they walked off the podium, but yeah. And then I watched Honora the other night.
Another one.
That was real.
This is like I think this is number one I'd want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know like much about it going in, other than people being like it was really good, and she was amazing. And
I did have to Google like during the Golden Globes. I've just seen
Yes,
so many people talking about Honora, and then I was like, I actually have no idea what this movie is even about.
I
I
mean,
just Googled it just to see just to see like the two-liner. Like I didn't
Yeah.
like search anything else.
I think it
but
was-
just for like the premise, I was like, okay.
yeah, I think it was good. I didn't know much about it. It was very like Uncut Gemsy, and
Yeah.
but there are a lot of funny, like very funny, but also like really sad at points. But I thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
Like, and she was incredible. Like,
I was gonna say,
I
everyone
think
says
she
she was so
could
good.
win.
Yeah.
I think like she could easily win. And yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Obviously, like I would just recommend don't watch it with. I watched it alone. Don't watch it with your parents. Just very graphic and
Yeah.
sexual. A lot of the movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's in Russian. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
But that's an A for me.
Solid.
And then I rewatched A Real Pain yesterday. I had watched it like months ago when it came out in theaters. But my parents were watching it, so I rewatched it, and it's still an A
Yeah.
for me.
Solid.
So that's it.
That's some good ones. I want to watch Avicii and Anora.
Those are definitely on my list too. And I want to watch Real Pain.
All right, that is everything we watched.